Good afternoon, good evening, Facebook, wherever you are in the world. This is the talk show with Steven and Tina. Hello, Tina.
Hello, and I can see the stuff now on the left-hand side.
Ah, good. I wasn't too sure because we're new to this. Well, we're not new to broadcasting because we've done loads of shows together. So welcome to the show, everybody. And we're sort of celebrating today the fact that we can have 4 people on screen on BeLive.tv. Now you can see 2 of us at the moment, which means that there are 2 seats empty. I'm just about to put the link to join us into the, well, you can actually, hang on, as we explore.
Yeah, so this is a feature a lot of folks have been asking for, the ability to have 4 people on screen instead of 3. I can see, we were talking earlier about you all at BLIFbot for Britain have 4 people, so that means that now you can use BeLive for your broadcast instead of other platforms and still have all 4 of you on the screen. And I haven't had, in the show that we do a Monday morning show for the funeral industry, and there's 2 co-hosts, and we generally have 1 guest. We rarely have more than 1 unless they're together.
Okay.
But yesterday we had a guest on, and he does chainsaw sculptures. So he uses a chainsaw and makes wood sculptures.
Brilliant. Yep.
And in order to show the images of his work and to share some video of him working, one of us had to drop down into the lobby. So it also brings the opportunity for you to have slides and images and videos.
It does.
Still have your 3 people on the screen.
Yeah, see, you've thought of an instance already. As you said, BLIFbot for Britain, for the last sort of 6 months, I've been soldering on 4 co-hosts, 3 places on screen, and juggling people. And it's taken a while, but we're now there, and we say hello to content makers. And hello, Jason. If you want to join us on camera, if your camera ready, then just type guest in the comments, and we'll bring you on camera. We'd love to have a chat as we explore. So BLIFbot for Britain sorted.
So you don't have to juggle anymore.
Nope, no more juggling.
But at the same time, you don't have the opportunity to take yourself down and just produce.
What, you mean take a break?
Yeah, take a break.
No hiding place. Yeah, that's true. I suppose that's the downside. I've got to be, well, no worries. We'll just have to work with it and see what happens. I can always find an excuse.
You can always find a 5th person to come on, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Indeed. And I'd like to say hello to Didar, and we say hello to Jason, and it's good. Now,
yeah.
Generally finding that it's. Oh, wait a minute. Alexa, what time is it? Oh, Alexa's updating. There you go. Actually, Amazon sent me an Alexa free of charge. What time is it, Alexa? She's not playing. All right. And Dida sending his best wishes and saying we're doing well. Brilliant. Thank you for that. Right. Now, if you don't have, if you're in the BeLivers group, then you should have the 4-seat talk show. But if you don't, we'll post a link later that you can click and you can apply for it. It's also advisable to be in BeLive as well, isn't it? Because that's where you can get your questions answered.
Yeah, that's where all the magic happens.
It is. So that's a good point at which to say that BeLivers now has, well,
we're up to what, 5,000?
Exactly. Yeah. You preempted what I was going to say. Yep. Oh. BeLivers has 5,000 members, which is a landmark because I mean it started last year, and it's just growing. I mean, the last 1,000 have come in this year, so it just keeps picking up momentum. And I think the other thing is that it's not everybody who is on BeLive.tv is in the group.
No.
No?
I mean, I'd say probably not even close.
True. I mean, we know that there are roughly around about 1,000 shows a day. So
yeah, but like 120 of those are yours, right?
Thank you, Tina. No, I'm cutting back. I'm only going for 7 shows a week. Thank you to everybody who's watching us. If you want to type
make it to this one.
Oh, if you want to type in a comment, please do, because we're actually testing on behalf of BeLive.tv that is it. Oh, that's a difficult question, isn't it, Tina? Is there a topic for today?
Well, sort of.
Right.
We're talking about the addition of the 4th seat.
Yep. If you want to throw us a topic, we're more than happy to take it and run with it. And as I say, if you want to join us on camera, please do. But for a moment, because I can't see it, I can only see this. Can you describe you can, Tina? Now that's changed.
What did you say, Stephen? I lost you.
Sorry, can you describe what you can see?
Oh, sure. I can actually take a screenshot and send it to you, and you can show them what I can see if you'd like.
All right, we'll try that.
But yeah, I see on the left-hand side, I see how many viewers we have, the fact that we're live, the reactions that we've received, and the comments. But I will send a screenshot of that so you can share it.
Okay. And I'll share the screenshot in a moment, and I shall use it to show, well, we can both use it to show what it looks like on the guest side. Because before, when you were a guest, the only 3 things you saw was yourself, who was on screen at that time, and that picture was bigger than you were, and then you saw down the left-hand side you had a chat button. But
yeah, and I still see that you know, you as a large image and myself as a small image. I don't know what I'll see when we add other people to the conversation.
That's right. We need 2 more people. Please type guest in the comments to join us on camera, and winging its way via Messenger will be the link to actually join us on camera. And when you come on camera, we'll bring you on, and we'll say hello to Michelle and to Carol, who's saying you sound great. So that's good. Right, now the only other thing about for people on screen is if you are using the mobile app, you need to upgrade the mobile app as soon as you can. It's not saying that the old app won't work, because somebody used it this morning, and Jason's having problems with guest. You should get a message in Messenger, Jason.
Okay, I sent you in Messenger the screenshots of what I saw before we went live and what I saw once we were live, or what I see,
Okay,
I guess I should say.
Yeah. Just going to try and find Jason.
Yes, you can have 4 people on at the same time live with one another. If anyone wants to join us, just type a guest. And I see a couple of people have done that, so hopefully we'll have some folks join us.
Yep. Okay. And we welcome. I think it's the first, because I don't think well, let's see. We welcome to the show and to the screen, to the live screen, Donna. Hello.
How are you?
Hi, Donna.
Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. I can see you, Stephen, and I can see, I'm sorry, I don't know what your name is here, but
Tina.
but my screen is black. Is that supposed to be like that?
No, you should see yourself, but we had an issue with Stephen's screen being black also earlier. But I can see everyone. You can see Jason and Donna and Stephen and myself.
Hello, Jason.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
Can you see four people, Jason?
I'm sorry?
Can you see 4 people?
I can see you 3, but I can't see myself. It's also black.
Yeah.
Oh. Right,
I'm
okay.
going to look right now to see if they're showing up live.
Yeah,
Of course, the audience can tell us too.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I can. There's a black box next to Tina, and mine is down in the bottom right hand corner.
Okay.
Yeah, yours should be in the bottom right hand corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you take a screenshot, Jason and Donna, and
And there's a black box.
send it to me? Jason's gone. I didn't do a thing. It wasn't me.
Oh no, he's gone.
Yeah.
He left.
Before he dropped out, all four of us were showing up live for everyone. So yeah, as Carol said.
Okay. Excellent. Right.
Now, this is just part of it. I mean, essentially, obviously, BeLive is not in beta, but the four screen option is.
Yeah, I think that's great because I'm planning on having monthly shows with 4 people.
Brilliant. And what will the shows be about?
It's all about travel. It's always about travel. So we're gonna have guests come on with us. There's 3 of us. We're called the Vegan Travel Gals, and we talk about. You know what? I just realized my microphone is down here. We talk about vegan travel. And, you know, I'm a travel agent, and they are travel bloggers, and so we're gonna have. So it's 3 of us, and we're gonna have a 4th guest who, I don't know. Some of them own like tour operators. Some of them own hotels. There's one woman who owns a vegan restaurant in Paris. So, yeah. So we were waiting for this to happen. We wanted, you know, so that all 4 of us, because what was happening is we'd have a 4th person, and I'd have to push somebody out for that 4th person to come in. Now I don't have to. So that's exciting.
Awesome.
I think it's a game changer.
Yeah.
Jason, what are your thoughts?
Well, I don't know what I just did, but I tried to take a screenshot and it bumped me right off. But I like the fact that we're going to, you know, BeLive's going to 4. Might get a little confusing in the conversations here and there, but yeah, I like it.
So, and we can also now see because I don't remember if we could, I remember I could see the comments, but it looks like we can all now see the comments as well, right? On Facebook.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Used to, we could see them kind of for a couple of seconds and they would go away unless they were highlighted on the screen. But now we can see them on the left-hand side. We can see all the comments and they stay there. So that's good.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say we would have a lot of times when we did say, you know, what was that comment? We saw something go by, but we didn't have a chance to read it, and we have to get you to put it on the screen. But now we can see them all, so that's
it's great.
Yeah, I mean, occasionally as host, only occasionally, of course, I miss a comment, which means that as everybody can see the comments now, if I should miss a comment, thank you, Jason, for the photo. If I should miss a comment, then I know it's going to be picked up. So I'm going to backtrack and Carlos, can you say which microphone is having a problem? Because this is a beta test. We don't mind the next week. Any problems we want to help BeLive iron out.
I think it's good now. I think it was just when Donna was bringing her microphone up. She had it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, she had to move it.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you do another sound check, please, Carlos? Right.
The only thing that's missing now on the left-hand side is like, I don't know, we need a little football or something that says hand off so we can hand off the controls to another person if we have to leave or something.
Yeah.
There you go. Now I see me. Okay. I see me down at the corner. It's like a black screen, but then I see me down at the bottom. So,
yeah.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Jason, go.
It's kind of weird for me because Steven's face is like halfway covered up. So I can kind of see you talking, but I can't. It's just
we can see your forehead and your chin.
And that's about it.
Yeah, I can see all of him.
Isn't
Yeah,
that...
let's just check the live. Right now.
Yeah, on the live it's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's just as I'm not sure because even as you move Steven, even as you change the layout around, it doesn't change for me on the back end. It's always the same.
How about now?
No.
No.
And I'm gonna go for it here. How about now? No. So you can only see right about there.
Yeah, just like the picture that I sent you.
All right. Okay.
It changed on the Facebook, but not on the.
Oh, that's cool.
I still don't see your face.
I see all of you, so that's really strange.
No, well, it is strange because when something goes wrong, where's the first port of call? It's yourself, because you think you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
And then if one person reports a mistake, you think, but if 3 people report the same mistake, then it's the software. So in this case, I think we've got a glitch in the software in displaying on the guest screen everybody's full photo. And I'm going to report that to BeLive directly after this show, that the display, and Jason, thank you for taking the screenshot. The display on the guests is not as it should be. Right, okay, and comments catching up. Right, okay, and welcome Andrea is saying, yes, this is cool. Have you demonstrated callers yet? People coming in via mobile. We're all on desktop at the moment, but we did have Adair on her phone this morning. It worked well. You just need to update the app.
Oh, really? And then you can do it, because I've never been able to do it on mobile. I've always had.
You can't start a show, but you can.
You can join.
You can join. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not a restriction. I mean, technically, BeLive could do it tomorrow, but it's a restriction by Facebook that you can't start a multi-person broadcast on mobile.
Oh, that's.
Them's the rules. It's Facebook Stadium, so we've got to play by them. So basically, that's the only thing that's stopping them. Technically, there is no problem.
Is Facebook ever going to do multi-person platform?
We don't know. They added a second person, so you can have a guest now, but
not on your business page, I don't think.
That's right. That's right.
Can't.
Jason?
I have no idea. I'm sorry, I don't keep up with the apps like I should.
I was thinking that Robert Stern, and maybe if he joins us later, we ask him. I thought he had.
I thought.
Yeah, but he broadcasts from his personal timeline, doesn't he? A lot.
He does, but I was thinking he had from his business page as well, but maybe not.
Right.
Well, Steven, I need to run. I just wanted to see it kind of.
All right, Jason, thanks for joining us. Thanks for taking a screenshot, and I'll see you later.
Thanks, guys. I'm going to go to. How do I get out now?
Just hit stop camera at the bottom.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, and now we're back to ourselves. And if anybody wants to join, and thanks to Jason.
Carol says that you cannot, and it doesn't show the ability to pull someone in on her business page. So maybe it's still just for the personal page.
Yeah.
And I saw another question there from Charles, but I'm not really sure what he's asking.
Okay. And we have we'll say welcome to Dale, and then I'll take the Charles's question. Hello, Dale.
Well,
Hi, Dale.
Good afternoon, morning, whatever time it is everywhere else.
We got to see your shirt. What's it say? Kick-assery ahead. Awesome.
This is fun, and I'm super stoked that their BeLive is just expanding and continuing to add. This is incredible.
Yeah, they've been really great about listening. First of all, listening to their users about what it is that they want, and constantly innovating and adding new things. I don't know that I've seen additions happen as quickly on other beta tests that I've done. So
right.
It's pretty impressive.
But I agree, the back end of this is a little herky-jerky at the moment, for sure. But yeah, this is great and incredible, and it gives us such an amazing opportunity to grow whatever we're doing. This is awesome. I love it. Thanks for letting me on for a second and talking.
No, absolutely. We love it when people join us, and Carol has joined us.
Hello, Carol.
Hello. I thought I would see if you could actually hear me without an echo.
Oh, you
barely
right.
hear you. You're very low.
Oh, can I
Yeah.
put my volume down?
Okay, you just need to adjust the volume and we'll be good.
Okay, how is that?
No.
Pretty low, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. I've got a very relaxed Peter Stewart in the lobby. So I'll drop down and bring Peter up in a minute. That should liven things up. We're good.
So Michelle's asking, when will it be available on the business page? I'm not sure if she probably caught the end of our conversation when we were talking about Facebook native app not being available for multi-person. So
Yep.
the BeLive with 4 people in the seat is available to everyone who's in the BeLivers group. Can have access to it now, and you can use it on your business page or personal page, wherever you want to broadcast to. If you're not in the BeLivers group, I think Steven's going to share a way for you to request access to the 4 seats.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Now, are we talking, real quick clarification, are we talking about the side-by-side when you can have just straight through Facebook a guest on, so it's just two of you on there?
Right.
I've done that on my business page several times.
I was thinking I'd seen other people do it on their business page, but then I have others saying that they don't have the option. So,
well,
sure.
What I've learned, and I'm working with a good friend of mine on this as well, is that what I've learned is that you have to be careful what your privacy settings are set up on your personal page. Because if you have your privacy settings too high, then Facebook won't allow you to do a guest appearance, whether on yours or someone else's.
Oh, interesting.
Something to think about.
And Robert's making the point that, say hello to Robert, he got his hey in earlier. It's mobile only.
Yeah, with the Facebook native, it is mobile only, which is one of
the reasons. And we say hello to a very relaxed Peter Stewart.
Yes.
What are you doing?
We're doing good. I mean, this is 4 people on screen, Peter. This is Blabbing for Britain with 4 people on screen. Thursday morning, 10 o'clock. Everybody should be there.
So you're like a bed and bath, right? You come online on live. You're either in the bed or in the bath.
Yeah, that's what I do. I often watch shows lying in the bath, but the reason I'm so tired today is I done 12 mile on my bicycle on Sunday, and I done 5 kilometers, and I wasn't meaning to yesterday, jogging with a group called Jog Scotland, and I didn't, and half of it was uphill, and I got something called plantar fasciitis, which is the soles of your feet hurting, and they kill me. And I got up at 4 o'clock this morning, and I got a call at 7. I was going to a networking function, and the lady that runs it phoned me. She was lying in a ditch. Her car had went down a 30-foot embankment, and she managed to get out, and she says, Peter, could you run the network for me? And I turned up and I ran the network, and being able to speak and coming on as a guest and standing in for people is one of the good things about being able to speak. Usually a load of rubbish, but the show went on and that was what happened today. And I'm absolutely exhausted. So look, you can do all this sort of stuff and be chilled out. No, you don't have to sit up straight. Look.
You can put your feet up if you need to.
I nearly needed the services of the people you deal with.
You shouldn't be overdoing it, Peter. I mean,
you know what I'm like.
I do know. Yes.
The way I see it is, if half of the jog that you did was uphill, then that meant the other half was downhill. So.
Yeah, but no, it was the same with the biking. It's so great to get back because that's 8th month now, and it was good. But no, it's good to see 4 people on a show. That's good. Absolutely. This chap with the warning, what's your name? I haven't met you before.
I'm Dale. Nice to meet you, man.
Dale, how you doing? I like your hat. I like a man that wears a hat. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Have
Well,
you
it's
got a bald
mostly to
head,
cover
man?
up the fact that I'm getting,
I was going to say, I went to a network yesterday, and everybody knows me in Aberdeen, and know how people don't like to go to the front, so, but I've got a bald patch at the back, and I says, I'm going to the back so no one can see my bald.
There you go. There you go. Hey, guys, thank you very much for letting me on here. I got to bounce. Have an awesome day. Keep smiling.
Thank you,
hang on,
Dale.
Dale, before you go,
Yes.
Tell people what you do live, like where they can find you, so people can find you and watch you.
Oh, perfect. Well, thank you for that. So I do kick-assery. So I've got a little Facebook Live program that, as a matter of fact, I just got off in a conversation with a mentor of mine. And basically it's where I just reach out to influencers in my personal life, whether directly or indirectly, and we have conversations. We just talk about life. We reminisce. And it's my opportunity really to brag on them and to show them to the world. So I'm learning this process. I'm using BeLive, and it's given me a lot of opportunities. So thanks for letting me do a little pitch. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. So is your
really
Facebook
done.
page your name or Kickassery? Like, what's your
Kickassery.
Facebook page? All right.
Awesome.
Okay, Dale.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
And as Dale was with us, thank you, Dale. We have another guest, and we're meeting a lot of people today, Tina.
Well, now new people. It's awesome.
Hi.
Hello,
Where are they
Andrea.
finding you? Where are they finding
Hello.
you?
It's so nice to see you in person and to talk with you. This is fantastic. I love BeLive.
Awesome.
That's a
We
good
do too.
start, Andrea.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
love BeLive too.
I've been using it since the beginning. I started my own programs through BeLive talking about chakras, essential oils, and crystals, and it led me to a couple other paths. I do a little show on the Akashic Academy, and I started using the talk show program because it helped me put up my visuals. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited to go and play around with the 4. And I wanted to call in today myself because I'm a hands-on learner, and it was so simple. And I was just wondering, when you typed in to type guest, what shows up on your end?
Right. Okay. That's not part of BeLive. That's an added extra.
Yeah.
And Tina and I can talk to you about ManyChat. ManyChat is a messenger bot. And what Tina and I can do is we can make it so that when we schedule a post, we can say, right, if anybody types the word guest, send a message, and this is the message I want to send. Then just like on email, you do an opt-in by typing yay, and then we send the link. Now, we can show you, Tina and I can show you, probably we'll in the show together, how to do that for free. How's
That's
that?
awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And you can use any keyword to trigger that action. So
Really?
yeah. So if for you, if you wanted to offer a free chakra reading, free messenger, then you could have them type in chakra, and it would send them the message that you set up ahead of time and whatever information they need to get to you to help you do the reading. So that's it's fun.
Is it case sensitive? Because I noticed it was all capital letters on mine. I didn't know.
You
No.
can set, when you brought the keyword in, you can do it all different ways. So in case
Awesome.
somebody does it, yeah.
This is so exciting. I mean, just beautiful. I love how it's progressed from the beginning, and thank you. I love seeing you guys all the time too, and including everyone. I just feel like a big part of it. So yay, beta testing, yay.
Well, that's the wonderful thing about BeLivers is it is a community. And the thing about live video since it started is everybody supports everybody else. There is no competition. I mean, there are 2.3 billion Facebook users, so we're not fighting for the same audience. We each get our own audience, and therefore it's a lot easier to be supportive. So when somebody says, can you help me? Then the answer is yes, we can. And if we can't, then we know somebody who will.
Yeah, we know somebody who can.
Well, thank you so much, because it really does help get you out of your comfort zone in another way. You know, people are comfortable in their surroundings, and so they actually go out of their comfort zone. So thank you. It's awesome.
Brilliant.
Yeah, thank you. And we've done, last week, in fact, we did a show on messenger bots. So if you go back and look at the videos on the BeLive and 5 page, you'll see some information about the bots, and check out ManyChat.
Cool. I totally will. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Most welcome, and nice to see
Bye,
you.
Andrea.
You too. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
So, Steven, a little while ago, I know that you posted in the BeLivers group, and there was an attempt, I think, being made to get a list of shows so that we have kind of a guide of what people are doing. What happened with that?
Right. Okay. People are still adding to it. I saw 2 comments in the last couple of days. We're waiting for, we were to get it together, and then it was to go to the BeLive team. Mm-hmm. And there is possible talk of there being a web page. So we shall see. But it's work in progress. Let's put it that way. Now, there's a question earlier from, I'm just trying to dig back here, from Michelle. I found it. No, that is Michelle. Right. Okay. How do you get 4 people on screen, or 3 people on screen as we've got at the moment? What you actually do is you go into BeLivers group, but you don't need to do that even. All you do is create a talk show, and you should see at the top of the screen 4 seats. That's it. If you're a member of BeLivers group, you already have it. If you joined after, or if you joined today, then you won't have it, because they did it yesterday. Yeah. If you joined today, then there's a link in the group which tells you exactly where to go to apply for it. Now, it's not restricted to people in BeLivers. If you want to know more about it, we'll be placing a link in the show afterwards, and you can go and discover going live with 4 people yourself. And I know Carlos has typed guest, and Habib has typed guest, so I'm waiting for both of them to turn up. I'm just going to go and post the link directly in case there are any problems.
Yeah, right. I just did a quick test. I opened up BeLive and hit start talk show to make sure that I had the 4-seat option, because I haven't used it since they added it. And I do. So, Michelle, you should have as well. You just won't know until you go in and try to start a show and you can see the 4 seats.
Well, okay. I've got a note here, Peter, to actually wake you up from my friend Robert.
I'm chilling.
Robert, come and join us, Robert. You can wake him up. And Carlos, if you haven't got the link via Messenger, then I'll just post the link you can actually get. Yes. I'm just going to change the display a moment. Okay, so if you type guest, theoretically, you can join us on the show. We're not full. We've got 1 spare seat, and you're more welcome to do that. I think the other thing is I'm going to be excited to see what people actually do with this in terms of expanding the range of shows that we have. It's going to be interesting.
Carlos says he's on mobile and the link will not work. Have you updated your app?
If they're using an iPad or something like that, they won't get on. They're going to have to be rub peppermint on your feet. Is that for my plantar fasciitis? See, you learn about all these things. But if anybody's using an iPad or a phone, the link won't work. You've got to get a message from the host.
I just messaged Carlos.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's we're learning every day. And so, do you see that Peter? Andrea is suggesting you rub peppermint oil on your feet.
Is that so they'll get hot and I'll be jumping up and down? I won't have to worry.
No, I think this is a juncture at which we say hello to our good friend Robert. Okay, and we're good.
And drop me, just take me in and out when you want.
No, you're more than welcome to stay, Peter.
Okay.
Peter.
I'm just showing a chilled, relaxed atmosphere.
Oh, yeah, I can tell.
I'm
Led
exhausted. I'm exhausted.
Andrea says peppermint oil relieves is an anti-inflammatory and relieves aches. So there you go.
So I can go and buy that at Holland or Barrett or something.
Oh yeah,
Is it-
I think so.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be a good place to go.
Not a polo mint. I don't use a polo mint.
No, she said peppermint. How are things with you, Robert?
I'm doing great. I actually tested it last night.
And your
I
thoughts?
had 4 people on, and I like the different layouts. I like that you have different formats and different ways. We actually did it also with 3 on with a share screen.
Oh, brilliant.
Right.
And the only problem with the share screen is that there's no way to make it big and have the 3 little people showing at the same time.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that would be, it seems, if I remember correctly, that the developers of BeLive were never really keen on having this screen share to begin with.
Because it's all business related, that's why.
But there are a lot of people using this for training and stuff. So to have the ability to make that a large and the 3 people underneath would be really helpful for the people who are using it for training, because they can have their slides showing and then the speakers.
I mean, the work way around it, we figured out already, is that if you have more than one person, or if it's one person with screen share, you can do picture in picture, and then it works nice. If it's 2 or more people with the screen share, you just do the screen share solo, and you guys are talking in the background like a webinar.
Who's in there? Is that people in your background, Robert? It's very noisy.
Yeah, Raina's got a friend over because it is no school this week.
All right, okay.
Oh,
Right.
so you've got a quiet week, Robert.
Right.
And I'm still able to come on. That's what's called a play date.
Right.
Play dates keep them occupied, so I can still do what I need to do.
Right. This is the first show we've done with 4 people on. I'm going to try and swap people around still. And Peter, if you can drop down into the lobby.
Yeah, I'll go and get a coffee. No problem.
Go and get a coffee. We'll catch up soon.
Decaf.
Just for a moment, I'd like to say welcome somebody we've not seen before. So say hello to Habib. Hello, sir.
Hi, how are you? All right.
I
don't see anything.
Oh, there he is. Hi.
Right. We're good. And yourself?
Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you. Whereabouts are you based?
All right. I'm not sure.
Right. Okay. Habib, if you want to refresh and come back, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Right. Where are you based?
I am in Pakistan, actually. One of the provinces like KPK, and the city is called Haripur.
This is fantastic. BeLive joining USA, UK, and Pakistan, which is absolutely brilliant, and that's the joy of life. Do you have a show on BeLive at the moment?
No, actually, I've been with Carla, if you know her, Carla Reachman. I've been with her twice. And today I was just looking for her. Actually, I found you people and I just joined you.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. Right. I can see Carlos just adjusting his camera as well. Peter's gone to make his coffee. And do you actually see creating your own show, Habib? Are you going to do that?
It just scared me.
Who are you talking about?
Yourself. Are you going to do a show?
What's his name? Isa?
Do you think that you will end up doing a show yourself on live rather than just
I hope so.
speak?
I've been actually making videos on YouTube, okay, just regarding English learning and teaching. Yeah, definitely I'll be doing some live shows. If I learn something from you people, if I do something, I would be learning first from you, and then I'll be doing it on my own.
Right. Well, thank you for joining us, Habib, and we look forward to your shows. And give our regards to Carla, and we'll see you again soon.
Inshallah. Thank you very much.
Inshallah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Right. Now, I have a choice here. I don't know whether to bring up Carlos 1 or Carlos 2. Carlos 2, I think.
Flip a coin.
I've gone for Carlos 2. Hello, Carlos.
I won! How are you guys?
Good.
We're doing good. Have you had a chance to try BeLive, the update?
I've used BeLive way back in the beginning. I've talked to the original trainers who used to live in New York. Yeah, I've been keeping my eyes on BeLive for sure.
I think he was wondering if you'd used it since they added the 4th seat.
No, because right now, and I've mentioned in the comments, with what I use, I can have up to 6 people and be on any platform and be in any page. And yesterday, I even multicasted by accident to multiple Facebook pages. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. BeLive.
I saw that, Carlos.
Yeah. Oops. I don't think that was breaking any rules, but
All of a sudden, I'm like getting pinged. I'm like, Carlos is here. Carlos is here. I'm like, what the heck?
But I like that BeLive is an online only platform, which if I happen to be at a friend's house, I can just log in and do a show.
I think everybody can hear.
What?
I'm gonna bump off because
okay,
it's a kid's week off, so I can't do too much live streaming unless I, put the duct tape on.
Thanks for joining us, Robert. We'll see you later in the week.
Talk to you guys.
Bye. And we now have.
It's usually my people in the background making noise. So today it was Robert.
And we welcome Peter back.
Right. I'm going to show you my distress call to get my dog to come to me. Okay.
Okay, you're going full screen, Peter. We're waiting for this.
What is it, Skippy? On a night shift. That's what I do to get her back. It's fantastic. Here, she comes crying. Dear. What is it, Skippy? Good dog. Right, beat it.
Now if you could just get her to bring you your coffee.
Alright. Champion dog that. Great thing. Dogs are brilliant. What do you want?
Absolutely.
Good.
Well, and today is National Love Your Pet Day.
Alright, okay. Yeah. It's great. It's actually my partner works at nights, and it's great to have the dog with you. It's a bit of company.
Right.
You're on your own.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So as you can see, I'm fresh again. I've got to say, see, when you started your show, I was lying on the settee with this in front of me, and it fell down. I fell asleep. Just as well I was not on. Yeah. So I'll give you a
So I like that the app works pretty well. I'm using the mobile app, obviously.
Yeah, it's very clear.
And
very clear.
I wish it was a little bit better in terms of finding people's shows. But I guess that's not the intent.
Hey, listen, I was at a business function yesterday, a little networking, and there was 2 guys there, and they're running an events company. They go out and hire lots of chairs and things like that. And they says, Facebook's a problem for us. It goes, why? People want answers right away. And I says, haven't you heard of message bots? And they'll answer them all for you. So I've got their name, and I says, I'll maybe get this chap to put a word with you, because it's just amazing. Because they get, I says, how many chairs do you need? What about this, and what about that, and what about this?
Absolutely.
And have them all answered. And he says, we're scared. I says, and if you put in a message bot, it'll keep your 100% answer up for you. No, for the Facebook. It's
true.
amazing.
Did you get
Fantastic.
yours set up, Peter, so that when
Yes.
people message?
Yes,
Awesome.
Stephen set it up for me and I've not had a call since.
That's not what. That wasn't in the script, Peter. Come on.
It's actually true. I'll tell you what I've done lately, though. Going on to all this sort of stuff, and I'm gonna have. I promise you, right? I'm not feeling that. My show is coming. I'm gonna have 2 shows, and my shows are coming up. And I've got a chap. He looked at my pay-per-click, and he says, "You're wasting money. Get that in as a negative keyword. Not in the. It was costing me £4 a click because of the word council."
Wow.
And he said, "I'll look at it for me." And we put in 1 advert instead of having 3 to try and get 1. We put in, and I'm now top of the mobile. Any place I go in Aberdeen, I type in pest control to Aberdeen, and up comes my name at the top of the pay-per-click.
Yeah,
Lovely jubbly.
The negative keywords help whenever you have a business that has, when the bids are really high on those other keywords. If you work in the medical industry, or if you're an attorney or pest control, all those really common terms.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good advice.
Yes.
Those networking events are great for you.
Pardon?
I said those networking events are working out great for you.
I got him through BNI, and I said, "Look, what I'm going to do is you are going to be." He does websites. He gets a lot of work from America, believe it or not. And so I said, "You're going to come on about once a month, and we're going to talk. Say what's new in your industry." So that's one guy. One thing I did ask him. Now, here's a thing that involves us all here. I'm going to ask you a question. How long have you known me now, Stephen? Approximately.
Just over 2 years, I think, at least.
Tina, what about yourself?
Probably close to a year now.
A year. And I remember when you started. Do you trust me?
Do I trust you? Sure.
Yes, totally.
I've known you 5 minutes. I know.
You've only known
I
me 5,
trust
so
you.
you don't say. But that is the big difference with video. People trust you. I used to have an online bookkeeper. Well, online, the fact that but she would never come on screen and speak to me. So I done a seminar once, and I spoke to pest controllers, and I actually went to where she stayed, which was 3 hours away, and I actually got her to come on live. And she said to me later, "I'm really glad that we used video, Peter, because I got to know you and I trusted you after that." Yeah. That was amazing. So this is what video can do for you. You can go on and you can trust people.
Well, one thing for me when I look for pest control that's really important is I have kids and I have pets. And from watching you on video, I know that you love animals and that you're not going to bring anything into my house that's going to hurt my pets.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And you didn't have to say a word for me to know that.
Well, today I'm putting in for a green award where I'm going to use less pesticides, use traps where possible, and integrated pest management. And that's the things we're going to talk about. Least is best, and use different methods where possible. We're even getting electronic traps in now. So we've got all those things that are coming into the industry, and that's what I'm going to push. And just to let you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a weekly, me and one of my workers, we're going to sit there and we're going to talk. It's just, the thing that's getting me is the time. The best, I've asked people, when would you listen? Some said at night, and then others said, but a lot of them said at night actually, no, in the evening.
Well, that's what replay's for. I don't think it matters. I don't know that there is an optimal time to do live. I know a lot of people watch when they're at work.
Especially if your audience is going to be worldwide.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually wanting a local. I'm wanting a local network for that. I'm really pushing a local business because I only do business locally. Yeah.
Right.
So that's what I'm after. But anybody's quite welcome to come in. There's no problem with that. Peppermint oil and cotton ball in the corners of your rooms that deter spiders. Okay. Handy to know that.
That's good. We have brown recluse where I live, so.
But I was one about from my feet, not spiders. Does it stop spiders
You've been
climbing
given
on your
both
feet?
tips. Peppermint oil for your feet and peppermint oil to get rid of spiders.
And peppermint oil for your peppermint chocolate. Now, I mean, you can use that for everything.
Right. Okay.
And that's great because there's no spiders on your chocolate.
That's right.
No spiders in your feet.
And I'm going to play the director for a couple of moments. We have a new guest who I think we all know. I'm pretty sure we do.
Near that.
Now, the way I started my business is thanks to video. If not for video, I wouldn't even have a business at all.
That's what your whole business is about. Yeah, it'd be hard to do it without it.
What is your business?
Well, like I set up studios, I build studios, and now I sell the equipment and all that type of stuff. But
all right.
But if not for like the shows that I was doing, interviewing celebrities and stuff like that, the client base that I get are higher end clients.
Right.
So they know that if the celebrities are willing to come on for an hour and have a sit-down conversation with me, there's got to be something to this. And then they find out that the whole show is produced by myself, then they really get excited, and that's kind of where the business goes from there.
Right. So you get big celebrities on?
I mean, I'm not going to say they're big top, A-list. They're borderline A-list.
Did you know I'm a celebrity in Britain?
Really?
Yes.
Also because of video.
Did you know that, Tina?
Yeah.
There you go. So, listen, I'm just going to start. Thank you very much. Who's this that's coming in?
It's T. Allen. Hi, we can see you.
Hi, Tina.
It's been a minute.
Haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Yes.
So, for the people that don't know T. Allen, because I'm not sure if you've met Carlos or Peter, but he is a rare book dealer.
A
rare book live
dealer.
shows.
Yeah.
We produce a show, a trade show called the Rare Book called Florida Antiquarian Book Fair. It's in St. Petersburg, Florida, and it's happening in April. But every week on BeLive, we produce a program called the Rare Book Cafe, and we have book dealers and other people connected to books from all over the world coming onto the program and talking about it. We've had connections with folks in Egypt and at the great library in Alexandria who do book restoration. Yeah. And we've had connections with folks in other parts of the world, and they're all the connection is for all of them that they love books, and so we think it's sort of an interesting irony to use 21st century technology to push old books.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah, one of my favorite guests that you had on, you had a gentleman from Ireland that had some amazing books and ephemera. And
yes, Felix O'Neill, and sadly, Felix has closed his business.
Oh no!
And we were very sad to learn that. I think he's dealing with an illness, and so has not been able to continue his business, but it was a delight to get to know him. And the only way we would have ever been able to meet him and know him is that we were on the live streaming platform. And so we just feel very, very fortunate to be able to do that and to reach people all over the world. Yeah. I had a question for you guys that we were just testing the 4-screen, which we'll be able to use this Saturday for our Rare Book Cafe, and we had the PR manager for Abe Books. I don't know if you know Abe Books. ABE Books is an online site for, you're familiar with it, online site for dealers to reach customers all over the world. A-Books is one of our sponsors for the Florida Antiquarian Book Fair, and Richard Davis, who is the PR director, is going to be on Saturday. So today we were testing the equipment and so forth, and it appears that what he's going to do is be on a Samsung phone, and all of that worked pretty well, except that we wanted to be able to put him in landscape mode. And when we put him in landscape mode, when he turned his phone to landscape mode, he remained sideways.
Because you have to start in landscape mode.
You've got to start in landscape.
Well, we tried that as well, and maybe we have to go back and look at that again. But we tried that as well, and it didn't. When he came in, he was still sideways.
Yeah, Adair, just wouldn't take that particular point. Adair was on the show this morning, and she has an Android phone, and she had similar problems. So we're going to point that out to BeLive. It could be the phone, or it could be the way that BeLive is actually seeing it. I'll defer to Carlos on the technical side of it, but I will say you're not the only person who's had that problem. So BeLive will be on it.
If you hear a solution, or you hear some progress on that between now and Saturday, we'd love to know about it, because we'd love to be able to put our guest in landscape mode, and I think really it ends up looking better. It's the layout is more pleasing. It's what we're used to in standard broadcast anyway, so it just all of that makes sense. I see.
When I tried to go to portrait, it crashed my application. So sorry about that.
Can I ask if you see me okay? I'm actually sitting in a very dark room.
Yeah, we can see you fine.
I'm actually sitting in a dark room.
Can see you. It just looks like you're in a dark room.
Yeah. Just as well I'm not Stevie Wonder.
That means it's accurate.
I think it definitely, when you have more than one person on the screen, it definitely looks better when everybody's in landscape. But
yes,
the truth is, it doesn't matter that much, I don't think. If you're broadcasting, especially if you're live from an event, I think people are just excited that you can come live from an event and they can interact with you. You're not so worried if all the boxes are filled equally.
And they don't care as much. I suppose that's possibly true, and it may be things that those of us who are working behind the scenes are obsessing about, and in fact nobody really cares. But
Tina, question for Tina: if you never thought of walking through an undertaker's place, showing everything what happens, and people are fascinated with that. I would watch that.
I think that most people in the industry are just not comfortable with doing that.
Right.
I just, I think they're really hypersensitive and afraid that they're going to offend someone.
Right.
And you really do. You might be surprised at some of the things. We've had people, one of the things that we post on Facebook pages are bucket lists, travel bucket lists,
Yeah.
You want to learn something new, you want to learn to play an instrument, that kind of thing for bucket lists. And we've actually had people be offended by that.
Really?
So it's kind of really sensitive, and you never know what's going to kind of push somebody's buttons. So I don't think we'll convince anybody to do that. I would find it interesting.
But if you're pre-warned, because I think we have open doors day here in Aberdeen, and people visit all sorts of places. And you know what gets a lot of visits? The local crematorium.
Yes.
They open up.
People are curious how it works, for sure.
It's fascinating. In my job, I've managed to go in and see it live, etc. And so that's the sort of things that intrigue me.
And cemetery tours are popular. I could see getting a firm to agree to doing a live cemetery tour before I could get them to let us tour the facilities.
Yeah, but if it's done with dignity, that's the thing. And it was I watched, there's a program here in Britain, and the lady's name is Alex Polizzi or something like that. I think she was part of the Rocco Forte chain, big hotel chain. And what she does is she go in and she goes into any business, and she always has an open day. And one of them was the funeral directors. And the first place she sat down, says, look, there's no point in having these half coffins on the wall in the reception, because we know what you are. Get them off the wall. And it was absolutely fantastic the way she turned it around. And they had an open day where they put balloons away, and people were really intrigued by it. You know?
We are seeing.
I think I have a new show idea.
Yeah, what's that?
There you go. Yeah.
You're dying to come to my show.
Yeah.
I think because people want to know what happens. A lot of people don't know what happens, especially on the other. I've been related to the funeral industry, and people want to know what's happened behind that door. You know,
yeah, we're definitely trying to get more transparency, you know, in the industry, and just with conversations about death in general. I think in the UK, you all the death positive movement, I think, started over there with death cafes and other things, and that's kind of made its way here. So as a society, I think we're getting a little more comfortable. Right. One of the interesting things to me with the industry that's changed is a lot of the facilities they're really beautiful, you know, multi-million-dollar facilities, and they're not used around the clock, obviously, you know, and thankfully we don't have so many deaths that they're used around the clock, but they're being used now for funerals, weddings, birthdays, you know, corporate affairs and things. So they'll rent out the space because it is a beautiful space for other uses. And so I think that is another way of kind of having some transparency and opening up the industry so that it's not so dark and scary.
I already have my lot chosen.
Okay.
As far as, you know, a funeral location, and in a few years I do plan on having like a Serta bed inside of a coffin, just so that it eases the, you know, they don't have to pick me up type of thing. After I'm dead, I'm already gonna be there. Yeah. All they have to do is close it and call it a day.
Just transport you.
I'll tell you, I was at a humanist funeral 2 weeks ago. My partner's ex-husband, we all went to the funeral. And do you know where it was held? It was held in a hotel. It was in the hotel, in the place, not a word about God or anything. He didn't want it. And Elvis was played when we go in, and his favourite songs were fantastic. And then he was taken away to the graveyard. And it was actually one of the best funerals I've been to for a while. And no sitting in a church or anything like that. But so just remind me, the chap in the car, what's your name again?
My name's Carlos.
Carlos. So what big stars have you had on your show?
Actually, one of them I just had dinner with the day before yesterday. His name is Isai Morales.
Oh yeah, somebody I've heard of. No.
I don't know, do you guys have Netflix?
Oh yes. Oh okay. Yeah.
There's a the series called Ozark that he's in.
I've watched it. Great.
Well, then you know who Isai Morales is. He's the bad guy in that. And Isai is the drug lord in the first season.
Now, going on to Netflix, you see, this is the Netflix of the future. You know, I remember over here, it was called Love Film or something like that. We had to get a CD sent to us, or DVD in the post, and then we sent it back. And this is the future, and people just don't know about it yet. So it'll take time.
I 100% agree with you. In fact, part of my business that will be launching in about 2 months is going to be, let's say, a Netflix competitor. But my focus is highly on independent content and independent films. So I'll be launching 2 platforms. One is called SIA, which is spelled CYA. And that is going to be a platform where I'll be doing a film festival. And if you can imagine what we're seeing here, but with another box above it, and it'll be a feature film showing. We have an agreement with Paramount Pictures.
Right.
So we're going to be showing Paramount movies, and then we're going to have the celebrities, up to 4 people, kind of like this. And it's an online platform, and you'll be able to then talk to the celebrities that are in the film.
Yeah.
There'll be a chat room, so it's going to be very similar to this environment,
Mm-hmm.
but we built it, and it's monetized, which means we'll be able to do exclusive content where you'll be able to show see the film.
Yeah.
You pay to see the film, but then you're also going to have exclusive access to the celebrities that you can ask questions to. And I can click on just about anybody's name and show them up on camera so they can talk to the celebrity directly.
Yeah. And that, I mean, I know that Channel 4 in Britain, they have celebrities on, not on film, but just chatting, typing in, answering questions, etc. But it is, I think mainstream TV should worry for the future. If they don't get their act together, they could. I personally don't watch mainstream TV anymore. I sit and watch Netflix and Amazon. What are we going to watch tonight? Oh, we'll do one more. And then I go to bed and don't even question time in Britain. That's quite a popular politics. I don't watch that until I get up in the morning now and watch the replay. So
thank you, Andrea.
Yeah, you've got your I think you'll
so like what's cool is the shows that I've been doing with the celebrities has been on Facebook Live.
Okay.
And I do allow the audience to ask questions to the celebrity,
Right.
and I also have the ability of bringing them onto screen, kind of like we're doing with BeLive.
Right.
But I'm not using BeLive at that time.
Have you to pay them?
So normally, if they are on the chat, they can send me a direct message. I drop them a link, and they show up on camera within seconds.
Right. No, what I'm saying is, what's in it for them by doing that, taking their time? Is it to promote
you
their
talking about celebrity?
Yeah.
So right now, the way I can explain it to you is just like you're talking about. It is the future. Celebrities know that everything is changing. Celebrities know that people are slowly not watching television, so that when they're doing the interviews on television, it's not hitting as many eyeballs as it used to. Yes. Advertisers also know that online is going to be the next generation thing. Yeah. They know that people are cutting the cord. They know that radio is not a thing anymore. They know that all these different methods of marketing and aspects of us watching content is slowly shifting completely to the internet. So shows like mine are going to be their way of now interacting with the public and getting their face still to be in play.
Right.
And I don't just do, these shows on Facebook. I am also in the back end developing technologies, building platforms, of which soon will be their distribution. Right. So yeah, even though Netflix exists and Hulu exists, the difference in the technology that I'm developing is similar, except it's interactive. So if you imagine watching a Netflix movie, but now you're watching it with hundreds of other people that chose to pay to watch it at that same time.
Yeah.
And can now interact with the celebrities. That changes everything in the experience completely. And so because of that, going to someone like me, which I'm helping develop this type of technology, and I'm making the deals with the Hollywood companies, it's a relationship that they're going to have to realize this is the next generation of how we interact with content and interact with the celebrities and directors and producers. And I'm also going to be using that platform with Broadway plays, with music festivals, with anything that's entertaining that can lead into some kind of live interaction.
So you're going to broadcast a live play, maybe?
That is a mission, yes.
Yeah, on a pay-per-view basis.
Pay-per-view, unless it gets heavily sponsored, of which we can just offer it free to the public. Yeah. So, for example, we'd love to have something like Hamilton be a one-time only showing live, allowing tens of thousands of people to watch that couldn't travel to New York to watch it.
That's a lot of bandwidth.
That's a lot of bandwidth, but that's why we're getting so many dollars in investment with some of the large entertainment companies.
Well, very good. Somebody else would ask a question.
I think I think that some celebrities they've already adopted the platforms. There are celebrities that go live on Facebook, they do Twitter, because I think that they get tired of having a middleman when they want to connect with their fans. This is a way for them to connect with their fans, but do it safely, because, I mean, let's face it, there's some crazy people out there, and, you know, it wouldn't be necessarily safe for a celebrity to go hop into a group of 20,000 people, but they can manage it and cut out the middle person, PR person that's kind of handling them, and still communicate directly with their fans. And I think the ones that do that are the ones that are the most successful and the most popular, because they are connecting directly with their fans.
Yeah.
What's really cool is that they're home and they're very comfortable. They're not. They don't have to travel to some studio. They don't have to get all dressed up. When I did Esai's interview, Esai Morales, he was in Budapest working on a film. Most of the other ones are usually in their Hollywood home, and I'm in Atlanta, which is where I'm located now, and it's all in the comfort of our home. Since I've also worked in the industry, we get to have conversation that they're a little bit more comfortable and familiar with. And it's usually about an hour show. So we get to talk about things that they don't normally talk about on the talk shows, because they're usually promoting some kind of film and stuff. We get to talk about their lives, how real it is, how the struggle is, how they're not all making money. We all think they're all millionaires.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, and they're all struggling to get their next job. We don't see that side of things. So when we talk to them, or when we have those conversations, you're in Atlanta also, Andrea. Cool. Well, we should get together. But so
here's a question. Have you met Simon Cowell? Have you met Simon Cowell? Simon Cowell.
Doesn't sound familiar, no.
Simon Cowell from the X Factor.
No,
From American Idol, you know, the guy that always plays the jerk.
I personally have not.
I like to interpret. I'll bring you back in a minute, Alan. Now, I don't know whether you noticed this, but we've been going for an hour and 11 minutes.
Yeah.
It's been a blast. Carlos, no. Wish you every success, and it's great to hear about it. And we've had a long list of guests. Peter's just disappeared, so I can bring Alan back. And was to finish with 4 on screen. It's been a magical show. I think this idea of having 4 people on screen, this reality of having 4 people on screen, is working extremely well.
There's a lot of energy there. A lot of energy. And Carlos, I just wanted to say that congratulations on your project. I think it sounds fascinating, and I wish you all the best with it.
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You know what I think is going to happen now that we have 4 people on screen? The shows have to be longer.
5 people on screen.
Everybody a chance to
talk longer, so everyone can talk.
Right. And we do mix cultures, and if you missed Peter's Scottish sense of humour, then that's all it is. He's not going to dig at anybody. He's just having a joke. I'm not apologising for it. He is who he is. So I just wanted to point out,
he was fun, absolutely.
It's all in good humour. So I want to say, I made a note of this while I was listening intently. I want to say thank you to Habib, Andrea, Dale, Jason, Carlos, Carol, Alan, and Peter for joining us today. And it's over to Tina to close, I think. You think?
Well, Carlos, tell people where they can find you and learn about all these exciting interviews and stuff you're doing with celebrities.
Well, you can follow me personally on Carlos Phoenix on Facebook. If you want to know about the hardware, software, all sorts of tools for live streaming or just producing content, you can go to livestreamingmaster.com.
Awesome. And Alan, tell everybody where they can find you with this and about the event that you've got coming up in just a month and a half?
That's right. And about 60 days. We're about 60 days out from the Florida Antiquarian Book Fair, and you can find that at floridaantiquarianbookfair.com. And our program is Rare Book Cafe, and you can find that on Facebook at Rare Book Cafe. And we are on every Saturday from 2:30 to 3:30 Eastern time, or we run over a little bit sometimes because we have, as with this program, if we have interesting things going on, we just let it go on, and that's just because we can. We don't have to worry about the next program bumping into the next program. So that's a delight. We also have other book-related programs that are have their own channels, Book Week and some other programs. So come to Rare Book Cafe, enjoy, interact with us on Saturdays, and learn about our other programs. Thank you.
Stephen, when's your next show? I can't keep up. Are you here tomorrow or Thursday?
I'm back on Thursday, 10 a.m. with this gentleman on Blabbing for Britain. That's 10 a.m. UK time, and I'll bring him back. He's not going to sing us out, but he's been on the show, so.
Yeah, the last time Peter was singing on our show got deleted by Facebook.
Yeah. I'm back. Yeah, my iPad ran out of power. Even with the cable in charging it, it used up too much resources and took it down. So, a very interesting show.
Yep, well, you got to tell everybody.
So say that again.
I think you
have us open on the iPad since I can hear myself.
Right.
Hi, Allan.
Can you hear me echoing?
No, just myself.
I hear her echoing.
And now you.
It's not me. Is it me that's doing it?
Yes.
Can you hear an echo now? This is a good note to finish on. I'll bring you back, Peter. Just a minute. Right, and we'll see if the echo is the echo back?
I don't know. I don't see him.
You don't see him. You will see Peter in a minute, hopefully. I got Peter Stewart and Peter Stewart 2 now. This is getting confusing. Hang on a minute, just a second. I'm going to drop down Peter Stewart 1 and bring up Peter Stewart 2 as we do a grand finale to the first.
Right, am I back?
Yes.
Just say Peter. Now drop you off.
Have a great weekend when it comes. See you later. Goodbye.
That was short and sweet. Thanks, Peter. Well, Carlos, we do wish you every success, and we look forward to following your journey.
Well, what's great is I'm in the process now of looking for content to put on these networks and channels, so there'll be opportunities for everyone.
Awesome.
If you're looking for show hosts, just saying. Right. So from Carlos and from Tina and myself, Tina, where can we find you?
Oh, you can't.
She's hiding.
Find me on BeLive and 5 because really I'm not doing anything else except for my clients. So.
Okay. To everybody who's watched us today, thank you. You make the show, and all the guests who we've had on today, we've lost count, but we thank them all, and we'll see you all at 12 p.m. Eastern next Tuesday. Goodbye for now.
Bye.